Good morning, everyone, and welcome. We are Manon and Elisabeth, both business analysts and marketing experts at Odoo. We are really happy to host this new webinar, Smarter Selling with AI, Supercharge your Odoo CRM. On today's agenda, we are going to discuss about how to supercharge your CRM, how to automate your leads follow-up, to get some AI insights, and thanks to all of that, how to close deals. To introduce this topic, let's pretend we work at Platou. Platou is a Belgian company specialized in local and responsible meals. Platou wants to develop his new B2B services. To do so, we are going to play as a salesperson, but also as a client. Yes. So to introduce this first topic, I will let Manon explain you about how to supercharge your CRM.
Thank you, Elisabeth. So let's start directly into our database. And as we just said, we are going to start with supercharging our CRM. So let's go into our CRM app. As you may know, in the CRM app, we have first the pipeline. So we have the stages here, new, qualified, proposition 1. And at the top left, we have two buttons, new, to create a new opportunity from scratch, and generate. Generate is the button that will interest us today. So I click on it, and as you can see, we have several possibilities to get new opportunities. We can first search in our directory. If I click on it, I can get leads from our directory based on several criteria, the country, industries, or the size of the company. To get these leads, you also need credits. You can also send an email from here and get leads from their replies. So if I click on this, I will arrive in my email marketing app. I can create my email, and if I check my settings in the reply to, you can see the email alias from our CRM. I go back to my pipeline. You have other ways, but today we are going to focus on these two ones. So the import leads from an Excel file and to turn visitors into leads via a form. So if I want to change, for example, from my old CRM to my new one, which is Odoo today, you will import the leads from an Excel file. So I click on this, and you see that you have a template for leads and opportunities to download. In this file, you will have the several columns matching the fields of Odoo. Once you have completed this file, you can upload it directly with this button. And I will upload an example. So on the left, you have the column with the name of the columns, and here the Odoo fields. You can check that the two are matching and test it. You click on test, and if everything seems valid, you can then import it into your CRM directly. As you can see, I downloaded very easily 100 opportunities at once thanks to this button. The other ways is here to create a page on my website and add a form to create opportunities in my CRM. So let's check how to do that. So I will click in there. I will start with a blank page that I will call B2B services, as we want B2B leads. Let's create. We arrive on an empty landing page, and we have our building blocks opening here on the right. For this example, I will use AI to help me to create this page. So I click on my AI assistant, and I ask him to help me to create a new page. What's the main purpose or topic of the page you want to create? But it's to get new leads, B2B leads, for this time. So it's thinking, and it's asking me for more information because it doesn't know how to start this. So I will just send directly my brand guidelines, and based on this, you will be able to create a landing page, a proposal for this. So it's reading the document. You can also retrieve images from Unsplash, which is an image bank free of rights and free of charges. So it's loading. Perfect. So now it's proposing a new page. As you can see, B2B food solution. It also takes into account different elements of these brand guidelines. Perfect. Now that I have my landing page, I also want to add a form. So I will go to my building blocks here at the right, click on Contact and Forms, and add, for example, this one. We first check the button to make sure that the action behind the button is to create an opportunity into my CRM. Right now, as you can see, the action is to send an email, so I will change it to create an opportunity. I also want always the same salesperson to be added into the opportunity, as we have one salesperson taking care of the B2B services. So I will change it here, salesperson, and add Manon. Perfect. And now I want to adapt a bit this form. I need to know from where my leads come from, as my business is taking care of Belgium and France. I also really need to know about the website of my lead, because I would like to foresee some analysis before going further with the lead. So I will click on a field and add a new field. Here, if I click on the new button, as you can see, we have field, just like before, but we also have title text separator now, which allows us to adapt the layout of this form, which is very nice because you can create section and organize it as you want. So what I'm saying is that I'm going to add a field and I'm going to add the country. Perfect. It proposes all the countries. I only need Belgium and France, so I will adapt this. I click on this button. I will exclude all countries and just look for France and then Belgium. Perfect. I save it. I can also change it to a radio format. Perfect. And I want a second field about the website. Okay, so I add my website and I also make it required, as I really need this information. I can save the form, and now I will let Elisabeth continue and show you how to gather the information.
Yes, thank you, Manon. So now that we have this wonderful landing page, this brings us to the second topic of today's webinar, how to automate your leads follow-up. To do so, let's pretend I'm a client and I just land on this wonderful page. I want to get more information, so I will start by filling out this form. So I will write all of my information, so my name, my phone number, because I want the sales team to get in touch with me, so I just put my number, my company, I work for Animo, my country is Belgium, my website is this one, and my subject, B2B services information. Perfect. Then my question is, hello, I would like to get more information on your B2B services. Please get in touch with me ASAP. Thanks. All right, so now as a customer, I'm going to submit my request and to wait for the sales team to get in touch with me. So let's click on the submit button. Now, if we go back to the backend on the CRM app here, let's see what happened. So if I open my CRM, we can see here that we have all the opportunities that Manon upload, but also we see our new opportunity, which is that one. If we open it, we can see multiple things. First, we have the name of the opportunity, which is now the subject of my request. We can also see that in the Notes tab, we see the question that I ask in my contact form. We see that a lot of information has been pasted as well, such as my email, my phone number, we have the salesperson, and in the extra info tab, we can see that we have my company name, we can see my website, and also that the marketing medium is website. Why? Because my lead comes from my website, because I have submitted my contact form. So as the second topic of today is how to automate your leads follow-up, we can see that we have already something new. indeed, here we can see that we have an hot tags added on my opportunity. How and why do we have that? It's because I have used the marketing automation app. Here, I have created 2 new marketing automation campaigns. We will have a look of the first one now. So if I open it, I wanted to have here, just re-download it. All right. So here we can see that we create a marketing automation campaign to follow up leads from my website. To do so, I have targeted the lead, so it means the opportunity from the CRM app, and I have put 2 filters. The first one, the stage needs to be as new, because I only want to do follow-up from now with this campaign on my new leads, and the medium should be set as website, because I want to follow up leads from my website. As we can see here, we have 1 matching record. No surprise, that's the lead we just created. Then I have built a whole workflow that we can see here below. The first step is to add a hot tag. So that's what we got here with the tag added on my opportunity. Then the second step is to thank my lead for their interest. So I'm going to send automatically a marketing email. The third step is really based on the behavior of my leads. It means that they will go in this step only if they have clicked on my marketing email. And then if they did that, we want the marketing automation app to update the priority from 0 to high, to create a sales follow-up, and then to update the stage. So let's see what happened. Here we can see that we have 1 participant. So it means that the records because my campaign is live. Then we see that we succeed the first step and the second step. So it means I should have received a marketing email. Something that we can also see, if I go back to the CRM app and I take my opportunity here, we can see here in the chatter that I indeed got a marketing email. Thanks for your interest. So let's jump in my mailbox to see if I have indeed received that email. All right, so perfect. I can see here that I have indeed an email from Manon to thanking me for my interest. So let's open it. I see this wonderful email with all the information that I wanted, and I see that there is a little call to action. So let's open it. Perfect, and I see here that we have all the information that I needed. So if you remember well, because I have clicked on this email marketing, a new trigger on a new action should have been executed. So let's have a look. Yes, here, as you can see, we went in the second step and now we are in the third step. So the priority of my opportunity should have been updated to high, then a sales follow-up, and then the update stage. Just to let you know, it's normal that the marketing automation activities could take some time to be executed. It depends on the schedule action that you have on your database, but also if you have multiple marketing automation campaigns, if you do automation with Studio and so on. So it's normal, so let's have a look if it works properly. Yes, so as we can see here, my priority has been updated. I have now 2 stars. It means that the priority is set as high. Let's check if the 4 steps of my opportunity is executed. Yes, as we can see on the chatter as well, because I have created an automation with the marketing automation app, we can see here that we have a new activity planned that was created automatically for the salesperson assigned to this opportunity, and I want the salesperson to call this lead. Why? Because he shows interest, the tag is hot, and so on. So it really allows you to focus on what really matters by using the automation, and to be sure that your sales team focus on leads that are showing interest and that, of course, interested in your services. So let's see if I can be enrolled in the last steps. Here, not yet. So if you want to execute it more quickly, that marketing automation will do for you. We can have a little button here which is run, and I will just run my lead to be sure that it's in the last step. All right, so here we can see that it succeeds, and if I go to the participant, we see that the state is completed. It means that my lead went from the first step to the last one. So let's go back to the CRM app here, and as we can see, my opportunity moved from new to qualified because my leads show me some interest, and we can now do the follow-up by the sales team. So I will let Manon introduce the next topic.
Thank you. So now I'm the sale, and I can see that I have a new activity. I have to call this lead. Indeed, I see my activity just there. And in order to call my lead, I would like to have more information about it. For that purpose, we created this tab, which is created with Studio, and these fields as well. So we have first the company analysis, which is based on the website. And we get some information about the lead according to what's indicated on its website. Sorry. Then we have the second field, which is the relevant products. This field looks into our product portfolio in our database and matches the product with the company analysis. Here, for example, we have a social wellness and performance club. So the product that could be relevant is the Plateau Wellness. Finally, we also proposed some arguments for our sales in the sales pitch. So for this product, here are some arguments. This is based on the product, its description, and the company analysis. To do so, we did some automation in Studio. So first, we created this tab, we added the Studio field, and then we did some automations. As you can see here, in the action, you have now update with AI, and you can select the field you want to update with AI and add the prompt linked to it, which is very important to have a good prompt in order to have the result you would like. In order to create the good prompt, you need to have a role, you need to have a task to your AI. You also need to explain what output format you need. For example, if you need a JSON file, if you need bullet points, and so on. And you also need to discuss, for example, the limitation that could be encountered during the AI. Perfect. So now I'm the sale. I checked my AI insights, and I have all the information to contact my lead. To contact my lead, I want also to make sure that I will keep all the information, and to do so, to help me to do that, I will use the transcription in Odoo. To use the transcription, I will use my / and look for voice transcript. Perfect. Once I do that, I can call my contact and start recording. I will allow my microphone. And let's imagine that I summarize what we discussed. So my lead wants the Plateau Wellness product. He has 3 sites, for example, the site 1 with 1 employee, the site 2 with 2 employees, and the site 3 with 3 employees. And he wants to receive 3 days or boxes during 1 month. 3 days a week or boxes during 1 month, sorry. And as it's the first order, we will give him a 20% discount. So AI is reading. Perfect. I stopped the recording, and now it's processing. As you can see, AI gives us a summary. We have the product we talked about. We have also the scheduled deliveries, the discount, and the site distribution. Based on that, I will be able to create a sale order very easily and quickly with AI here. So I click on my button, and I will ask AI to create a sale order, 1 line per site. Like this, I can really follow up the quantities. So now AI is thinking, it's checking if he has all the information needed to create this sale order. It's searching the database. and also it can create some records if some records are missing. Here in this case, one record is missing is the contact, so he proposed to create the contact animal, so let's do that. Perfect, it's creating the record, so it's retrieving the name, the email, the phone, and some information that could be found on the opportunity. So now you can see that Odoo AI has created Animo. If I check, I have indeed my contact here. And it says, okay, I will first create the sale order and then I will create the line on my sale order. So let's create the sale order at first. Again, it's just checking what to write. So he created the sale order, and here is proposing the different lines to add on my sale order. So let's do it. Perfect, so let's check the sale order. So as you can see, it did one line per side, as asked. It also adapted the quantity. So for example, we had 3 days a week during 1 month for one employee, so it's 12, sorry, it's 12. And he added also the discount here. So perfect, everything looks great. So I will be able to send this to my lead. So I click on the send button, I have the email, and I send it. Perfect, so Elisabeth will continue.
Yes, sure. So now, as a client, I have indeed received that email with the quotation. We can see that the quotation has been logged as well in the chatter. And something really powerful is that AI has linked the quotation to the opportunity as well. We can see it in the smart button. So if I go back to the quotation, as a client, I will get the preview here, the portal view. So if everything here is perfect for me, it's really what we discussed. So I'm really happy with this quotation. I will just click on the accept and sign button. Odoo is suggesting me a signature, which is fine. So let's accept and sign it. Here it takes some seconds. Yes, perfect. So now, as we can see, our order has been confirmed. So if I go back to my opportunity here, we can see that we have no more quotation, but an order because we confirm it. And so it takes us to the second marketing campaign we just created, and we just see it directly here. My opportunity moved from the qualified stage to the won stage. Why? Because we have finalized the sales process. We turn a lead to a customer, and we can see here that we are on the won stage since 1 minute, and we have the won banner. How did we do that? We use the marketing automation app once again. I have created here a second campaign which says that if a quotation is confirmed, I want to move the opportunity to won to finalize the sales process. And as we have seen in live, the opportunity stage turns to qualified to the won stage. So it's perfect, and it really allows my sales team to save some time. All right, so as we have finalized the final steps of our sales process, it means that it's the end of our demo. But first, let's do a little recap of what we saw today.
So what we saw today is, at first we supercharge our CRM thanks to the generate button here. So we have several possibilities to do it very quickly, and we see in more details how to turn visitors into leads via form and import leads from an Excel file.
The second topic of the day was how to automate your leads follow-up. We have used marketing automation connected to and targeting the leads in our CRM app. We saw how to update a pipeline stage automatically, how to update priority, send email marketing, add some tags, create activity, and so on.
Then we saw that AI can help us to get insights about a lead. So we created a studio field and we updated this field with AI. And finally, we saw that we can have a transcript of our discussion, we can have a summary about it, and have AI help us to create a sale order.
Because we discussed about let's also discuss about the best practices we suggest. The first one will be to start with a clear goal. You need to ask yourself, what outcome do you expect from AI? Then, of course, you need to write a good prompt. How to do it? We will suggest to give AI a role, a context, a mission, and an expected output, as we have seen with Manon. Then, of course, verify your data. Ensure that customer records are accurate and up to date. Be sure that the foundation are ready to be built with some AI workflows. Then, obviously, test your prompt. Following the results that you get, be sure to refine instructions if the answer, the results that you get are not as good as you expected. And then, as a conclusion, we will say to supercharge, and we advise you to supercharge your CRM, but not your database. Be sure to keep your CRM clean and reliable. All right, so time for a few Q&A session. We will be back in a few minutes, and if you have any questions, any feedback, let us know.
Welcome back. So we have your questions. So first, Miriam asked, can we plan to route the form to a specific action? So let's check that here on our website. If we go back to our landing page B2B services and check the form, I will go to edit first. If you check the form, you can click on this button here at the bottom, and you have behind, you see form action, and you have the several actions possible with this button. So for example, here we selected create an opportunity, but you can also subscribe to a newsletter, create a task, send an email, and if you have more models in Odoo, you also have more actions.
All right, let's take a second question. When is the new version of Odoo coming out? So actually, the 20th version of Odoo will be presented during in September during the Odoo experience, and it will be available a few weeks after that. So if you want to have more information on the new version, you can be there with us at the Odoo experience event.
So, alors. What are the actions showed that are not possible without Studio, meaning using just standard online Odoo? If you mean the action in marketing automation, it's not Studio. Also, if you discussed about this automation that we did in the CRM, so we also showed during the demo the AI insights here, and then this automation with Studio. It's also possible to do it with marketing automation. Yes. So the update with AI is also available here. So you can go to marketing automation, just show you here how it looks like. But if you go to server action, you have update record, but you can also update with AI, which is the same than in Studio. And you will add your prompt as well, just like in Studio.
All right, so let's have a next question. Is this feature available in all versions? It depends on about what you mean exactly. But if you meant about AI, it's available from the 19 version of Odoo.
Then we have Michael Cohen-Radi asking how to get AI insight in my Odoo. So as we explained here, the AI insights is added by ourselves. So we created from scratch with Studio. But you can also use, existing field and update with AI with marketing automation. But these ones are not standard. It's not standard. You cannot just activate it. You have to create the fields.
Yes. All right, let's take a next question. So we have a question from Shafir Abubakar. Sorry if I don't read it properly. How can we figure a lead to customer journey? I mean, this is really specific to your business. So I will suggest maybe that's what we showed today. So how to turn a lead to a customer. But if it's really specific to your business, I will suggest to discuss with one of the sales to advise you a pack that it's specialized for your business, or if you have more questions, you can also contact the support of Odoo. All right, so let's wait for one last question, and then I think we are good.
Yes. So Miriam, outside we answered it before, and Nicolas Koshukia asks us how can we configure Odoo CRM so that the entire customer journey from lead generation and opportunity management to quotation, sale order and so on is visible in one place. To see all the elements in one place, we always have our smart button at the top. So for example, for this opportunity, we will have how many quotations are sent, the orders that are placed. You also have a centralization of this information on the contact directly. For example, here, sorry, if I go to my contacts, go to Animo, I also have here several information about the customer, for example, what was invoiced. And voila. So the smart button is really the information that is gathered on a record.
All right. Okay, so no more questions. So I think we are good for today. Just before letting you go, if you want to explore the full pricing and calculate your cost, you can flash the QR code appearing here on your screen. And just let you a few seconds. All right. And if you need some advice, more business-oriented or whatever, you can meet one of our advisors by also flashing the QR code appearing here. All right. So
thank you very much.
Thank you and have a good day. Bye-bye.